my movie Recollection with Fitz and Cloud.
And John Nemitz.
And this is a show where we talk about movies randomly and quickly. It's a bit of a game show where we make each other guess the title. And even if you guess that title, holy smokes, you gotta, and you haven't seen it, then you have to assume what could the plot be.
Also
Uh,
a bit of a peep show as we get to see things that were not meant for us to see.
and then at the end, sometimes there's a reshoot where we talk about old movies and stuff. I mean, movies that we've covered and want to follow through a little bit. So let's get the first one started. Go ahead, John. I want to guess.
All right, let's shuffle. Oh, oh shit. I don't know how many words this is. I actually have to click on it.
Oh, that's fine.
8 word title
Okay.
starts with J.
Octopuses. Oh no. Oh, Jay. What
J.
year?
Oh, you being a Scot here?
Yeah, yeah.
Like mid 70s.
Mid
Uh,
70s starts with J.
very small cast. It's a French language film.
Oh my God.
Um,
I won't
I'll
get
give you a
this.
clue and you'll either get it or not from
Okay.
this. It is the number one movie from the most recent Sight and Sound, whatever, critic survey thing.
Oh, uh, no. I don't got it. What is
All
it?
right. I will tell you in very poorly spoken French.
Oh gosh.
Jean Dielman, 23, Quad du Commerce, 1080 Bruxelles.
Do you
It's
do you know
it's
French at all?
no, not at
Oh,
all.
okay.
Like that there's no way half of those words were pronounced
Oh,
correctly.
okay.
Um the so the beginning Jean Dielman, that's like the name of our the lead actress, like the star of the film, and then the rest is like her address basically.
Oh, okay.
What do you think this film is about? That
Oh
has
my
captured
gosh.
the attention of so many of our finest critics.
So this is what our fifth French film on this show. They're all
Uh, could
weird.
be.
Uh, I a woman in love, but with two men, comedy. Or no, drama, drama. Sorry.
Drama.
Sure, yeah, yeah. Got to remember my own stances.
Thought you had
Uh,
principles.
uh, and then there's like sex. It's all casual and stuff, but it's a capper, like not a capper, but a caper as well. There's a bit of burglary or something. I don't know. That's all I have no idea.
No, not at all. So basically it's 3 days in the life of this like French mother, basically. Um, or is it might even be in Belgium or something actually, but definitely a French speaking place. But the movie is at least 3.5 hours long, if not four. And it's very slow moving. Like there'll be a scene where she's just like peeling potatoes and like it's literally like you're just watching a woman in her house peeling potatoes. Like it's not like all right, let's just, get the point across that that's what she's doing. Like you're really meant to just like sit in the monotony of what it is like to be like a housewife, basically.
Oh, okay.
Um, but she also like turns tricks on the side and like so like, each day like a man will come to the house, they'll have sex, he'll leave, pay her, and then like, she'll wash up and stuff from that. And like that, that's just part of her routine. Um, The
do we watch them have sex with the same like that's some you watch every thrust, you know? Like how she peels her potatoes, you're just like, there's no art to this at all. It's just something
yeah, I
that's
mean
happening.
it is very clumsy sex, it's like it's not like erotic or anything. It's just like, oh, here's a guy who came to pay some woman and that's what it is. Um yeah, she has she does have like a high school age son, I think, and like just they have very kind of odd conversations. Like he talks to her or like t about sex a lot, and like she's just like, whatever. I don't know. Like they don't seem very well connected, but they're not like estranged or anything. Um, but yeah, um, essentially, like you can tell like on the second day or that her like routine is like just altered a little bit, and then it just keeps on building up and like just like more and more things just getting off from what you have thoroughly seen as like her everyday routine, and then it does actually end in quite a dramatic scene, um which I don't know if you want me to tell you or not.
Um, well, okay, but you mentioned that this was like the number one in some critics thing. Like, should I know this movie? Like, maybe not
I
spoil it.
only know it because of that list, but like it it does seem to be well known amongst like art house film enthusiasts, I guess I would say.
Well, then
And
don't
like and
spoil it
since
for me.
yeah, and it could be because it was on the list, but like I've had like multiple opportunities to actually see this in theaters like in the last year or so, which I did take one opportunity because I watched it at home, but it's just like so long and slow moving that it's just impossible to fight the urge to just like get on your phone, and then you're not really getting immersed in it. So I actually was like, okay, this is a movie I want to see in a theater, and just sitting there like, watching this woman like polishing her son's shoes for, 8 minutes, and like it is something like hypnotizing or like, something like meditative about this movie. Like I can definitely see why it struck so many people. I don't know that I would say it was like, oh, this is like the best movie of all time, but I can see why it made it on the list as just something that people should be talking about.
Or does the son know she's a prostitute?
Um, it's never made clear, I
Well,
would say.
okay. Wow. Um, I know this is very shallow of me, but is the lead woman attractive? Because that might make a difference.
Yeah, I mean, she was like one of the leading film stars of her time. Um, but they did not make her look glamorous in the role. Like they kind of made her dress her down or whatever you want to say.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm interested. Like I'm trying to, the French movies, what I've seen are always weird, but that's fine. It's a break from the stupid American shit. Ah. Um, yeah. Or new movie, or you got something else to
Yeah.
say?
Yeah, we can move on.
Okay, let's look at the website known as Letterboxd, and we're hitting shuffle. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it's a
It's a vampire
two,
movie.
three, four, five, six word title. Starts with W.
W. Where the no.
Where?
Um
Um, do you like your years, John?
um yeah, sure, I'll take a year.
71.
Oh, okay. Um,
I don't
hmm.
think we mentioned this before, but for some reason now I'm starting to feel like, did we talk about this? But I don't know.
Wha- who,
Me,
what, where, when, why?
it's a musical.
Oh, a musical.
Uh,
Um, a well-known musical?
I'd say so. Yeah.
Oh, 71 musical.
If I gave
Mm,
away the lead, it would give away the whole thing. So if you want it, here it is.
yeah, I'll take it.
Gene Wilder.
Ah, okay. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Gosh, chocolate. I don't. I don't think we talked about it, but for some
Yeah,
reason,
I don't think so either.
yeah. Well, let's talk about it. What is it about, John?
It's about Willy Wonka and this chocolate factory. But in the beginning, it's really about this boy, Charlie Buckets. Very plausible name. Um, he's a poor boy in a poor family.
Lazy, good for nothing. What are they? Grandparents?
This is a movie that my wife could recite like line by line for line, and like she'll just say shit from it all the time randomly, like "good lad" and "poor." Like, okay.
Well, it's a contest, right? Willy Wonka puts out five golden tickets in his Wonka bars, and
Hmm.
so
And they go
eventually,
all around the world.
yeah,
And
uh,
yet,
Ch Charlie gets his. I don't remember what was the. I don't know. I just want to get to the factory. Can we get to the factory?
of course, out of the five children, three of them are British, correct?
Um.
Veruca, or is Violet American?
Oh shoot.
I think she's British. Mike TV is definitely American, and Augustus Gloop is German.
Augustus. Oh my gosh. That is like one of my favorite ways. Like I just love Gene Wilder. I'll just throw that out there. And when he says Augustus, he's like, "Oh, Augustus." Like, it's so funny to me. I just think about that randomly sometimes. Um, damn it. Yeah, so yeah, they get in the factory and then but one by one they're picked off because they're not listening to Wonka, right?
Yeah, they don't follow the rules. They blatantly disobey him and face immediate consequences.
Yes, and these are the Oompa Loompas, the little people in orange face. And they sing these awesome songs like "What do you do?" And they're like "Rah, rah, duh, duh." They all have these really weird voices, but it's so funny and good.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, okay, so scenes that stick out is the freaky ass scene where they're in the boat, remember, and they're
There's
in the
no
tunnel.
earthly way of knowing which direction we are going.
And the rowers keep on rowing.
Yeah.
Gene Wilder is I love him so much because he could be so like soft and quiet and mild mannered, but he has this rage that he could tap into. That's this
Yeah.
lovely build. Oh my gosh, he's so good. Oh, they were going to like steal. Remember, there's like this mysterious guy. He always approaches
Oh
the
yeah,
winner.
like, and he's like always there, like right after they won. Also sus.
Oh,
Um,
very. Yeah.
and yeah, he just kind of takes them off and whispers sweet nothings into their ears.
Well, he wants them to steal the everlasting gobstopper, right?
That's right, yeah, because he
Is
works for Slugworth,
which is a
or he,
jawbreaker, right?
Yeah,
Is that
more or less. I mean, if you want to like minimize the invention.
well, I just, to me, Jawbreakers were okay. They weren't my favorite, so it was kind of odd that it was all for a Jawbreaker. I'm like, huh, yeah, I mean, they're okay. I've had some fun with a Jawbreaker, but
But what if that jawbreaker never broke your jaw and never disappeared?
that's true. Um, okay, so other things. How do they get? Oh, you're turning violet. Violet, remember that? She
Hmm.
turns blue and into like a big blueberry and stuff like that. That was really
She
fun.
she likes to chew gum.
Yeah. Oh, real
The,
quick, did you watch the remake?
yeah, I actually watched it not too long ago. I remember watching it in theaters when it came out. And you're talking about the Tim Burton Johnny Depp one?
Yep.
Yeah. Um, and like just kind of being turned off by a lot of it.
Yeah.
I actually enjoyed it more this more recent time watching it. Like I really liked the opening scene because it was like the Tim Burton like automatic assembly line kind of stuff, but in like the chocolate factory.
Oh, right, right,
Like
right.
that was pretty cool. And like it really weirded me out that they only had like one guy play the Oompa Loompas and then he was like, copy pasted. But I actually really like that guy. So like Deep Roy is that his name?
Right.
Um,
Yeah.
so like I warmed up more to that as well on the more recent watch.
The songs weren't as strong. I think the in the
No,
first movie, just like I said, they were. Did they have the voices like what do that sort of thing?
yeah.
Or I don't know. I actually was. We should get back to the original really quick, but I remember my girlfriend at the time. She's like, "Oh shit, this movie, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It's good. Johnny Depp's playing Charlie, and he's gone crazy from owning the factory." I'm like, "That sounds awesome. Let's watch it." And it was
Yeah.
not it. That sounds better
Oh
to
wow,
me.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Now that would be some dark Tim Burton twisted material.
Yeah, she's now a producer in Hollywood. All right, let's get to the original. You get nothing, sir. Good day.
I said good day. There's the meme with Gene Wilder sitting there like that, like condescending, like tell me how whatever.
Oh, that's so awesome. Yeah. It ends when they go into that glass elevator, right? And it goes high
Hmm.
up, and that was pretty cool. But like, what was the last line? Is like, you know what happened to the boy who got everything he ever wanted, don't you? He, I don't even remember the end. It was like he lived happily ever after or something.
Yeah, something like that.
But it was just the fact that they're so high up, and I'm like, oh, it's about to end, and then Willy Wonka says that really weird line. The thing is, you never know what to make of Wonka throughout the movie. Like he's super
Right.
sarcastic sometimes, he freaks out sometimes. What was it where he's like, no, stop, or something like that. Remember, like,
Yeah, that's great. Well, I think I remember like hearing something about how Gene Wilder like came up with the idea of, walking up with the cane and doing the somersault. Because then it was like basically like, okay, from the beginning, you know that you can't trust anything about the way he's presenting himself.
oh yeah. Real quick question now. So did you enjoy this from a candy lover's point of view? Like, do you like candy?
Um, I've never been big into non-chocolate candy, but I
Mm.
do love chocolate, and there was plenty of that.
So that's probably how you would have went, like Augustus.
Oh
Augustus?
yeah.
Yeah.
Augustus? Yeah, that's how I want to go.
That chocolate looks horrible in the movie though. It looks so gross.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Um, yeah. I love watching this movie with my wife though, just because she knows like every beat of it. So like in the beginning scene where all the kids are like in the candy shop and like the Candy Man can that song, like she'd be like, "Oh, watch that! Like he's gonna swing the table like the door up, and it's gonna almost hit her in the face, and she has to like back out of the way." And I'm like, and then like, oh, that happened.
Oh, that's awesome. That's great. Um,
What about the new prequel,
right. Timothy
Chalamet?
Chalamet. Haven't seen it. I don't know Timothy Chalamet at all, although apparently he's a star.
He
Yeah.
is. I mean, he was in Dune. He was in Dune Part Two.
Yeah.
Call Me by Your Name.
What? Yeah, apparently he was nominated for that. That must have blew him up, but I don't know. I didn't watch it. I don't, did you? Was it good?
I did watch it. It was fine. Like it, there was definitely stuff I liked about it. It definitely like just hinged on him all the time. So like, like he did a good job, but it's just like he's definitely carrying this movie. Whereas like the original, like you kind of bounced around to like different people being the center of attention. And also like he was just like too unambiguously good. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
okay.
like um other Wonkas I've seen are more morally questionable. Like you don't know what are their
Yeah.
motives, where are they coming from. So like would have been nice to see a little of that.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe has Chalamet ever played a bad guy before? Aren't isn't he always the good guy?
Well, I mean, you must not know the lore of Dune.
Oh, no, I do not. Um, yeah, anything else from Wonka?
Yeah, of course. I have more from Wonka.
All right, let's hear it.
Um, the band Primus released an album that is literally just covers of the soundtrack from
Whoa.
the like the Gene Wilder movie.
Whoa, what's it
And
called?
it's I don't know, probably just Primus from the Chocolate Factory or something like that. I don't remember what it's called, but
Really? Wow.
yeah. And it's quite good.
That's cool. I gotta check it out. I listened to Pork Soda
Yeah.
and that was fun. It was really weird, but it was cool. Um, yeah, that sounds sweet. Uh, the goose with the eggs.
Oh yeah. She was a bad egg.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep. Mike TV shrinking himself down and then they had to, they had to take him to the taffy puller to stretch him out again.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
The
Uh,
they drink the soda and they get started levitating up into the almost into the industrial fan.
yeah, that is nice. Like, there's some scary moments. Like, even though it's like a kid film, because there are kids in there, John, right? It makes it a kid film.
Yeah, obviously.
But it kind of it's kind of terrifying. There's some freaky stuff in the scenes. Um, okay, so how do you interpret the grandpa going from bedridden to as soon as he gets the golden ticket?
I remember like thinking that was weird, like even as a child watching it. Like, wait a minute. Like, yeah, how this miraculous recovery? And there's actually like on the internet, there's like a subreddit called Grandpa Joe Hate, where they like one of the big thing, or I mean, probably the big thing they talk about is like how shitty it is that he was like bedridden when he could have been like contributing and helping the family this whole time.
Yeah, really. Oh my gosh. Uh no, this is an awesome movie. I recommend it to all. I feel like anyone could get something out of this movie. Yeah.
This
And
is one of those movies where if you've only watched it on TV your whole life, like I had been for a long time, like there's like a lot of stuff. I think there's like whole songs and stuff that they just like aren't in it from like the theatrical version.
see what you just said there makes me feel like we've talked about Wonka before. I'm like, I think you said that. Oh my gosh, this is driving me nuts.
Are you having a deja vu?
Oh man. Anything else from Wonkaland?
Um, we could talk about the Roald Dahl estate. And,
Are you trying to stretch this out for
uh,
Dave?
no, I just love this movie. Um, wasn't there a thing where they like weren't like so there are like there's at least one book sequel to this movie. And didn't they like say
Yeah.
like you guys aren't like nobody is allowed to ever make a movie out of it? So that's why like Tim Burton did a remake, and then why this recent one was just like a sequel that they it was just fully made up. Like I don't think that was even based on a book or anything.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know. What was that one called? Like the glass elevator or something like that?
The book sequel?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Great Glass Elevator.
Wow. See, I always get the confused with Through the Looking Glass, the Alice in Wonderland
Oh
sequel.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Never read the first one. I don't know if I ever will. Like this movie is just fine for me. Like I said, Gene Wilder is always so good. Cool. This might be his most iconic role, right?
Oh, probably.
I think he's so always so associated with this movie. I can't think of another
Yeah.
movie really.
Only one that comes close is maybe Blazing Saddles.
I was just gonna say, yeah, or Young Frankenstein. I do like that. I think I like Young more than Blazing. Yeah, because they were filmed back to back or something like that, or released the same year or something.
Yeah,
It's
that
awesome.
sounds right.
All
What about
right.
you?
Yeah. Oh yeah. 71 or no. This was 71. Damn it. All right. One more
All
movie.
right. Moving on.
Yeah.
Movieing on.
Movie.
Oh, two words. Starts with T, as in tomato.
It's not the
It is not the.
two words starts with T. Top Dog.
No. Um, it's either late 80s or early 90s. It's like right on the cusp.
Okay.
Um,
Genre.
Paul Verhoeven is the director.
Time Cop.
Nope. Schwarzenegger.
What? Oh my gosh.
It's like action sci-fi.
Yeah, I should know this. Is it the Running Man? Oh no, it's not. Oh, Total Recall. Oh my
Yes.
gosh. And for some
Have
reason, I
you
feel like
seen
we
it?
talked about this, but I don't.
And then
Yeah,
it
I've
was
seen it.
erased from your memory.
Yeah. Okay, so what happens is Arnold Schwarzenegger is like a construction worker, and they're like, "Hey, like it's the future, right?" And they're like, "Hey, there's this awesome new thing where like you can get like a vacation installed in your mind, you know?" And like they're like, I feel like I'm in the tropics or something like that. So he's like, "Okay, fine, I'll try it out." And then they're like, "What kind of women do you like?" And he's like, he's talking, and then it shows the actress that he runs into later, his ideal woman,
Hmm.
is that. So right away, you're just like, what? What? I mean, well, not right away, but when you watch the film and his ideal woman is there. So, anyways, he's like, how about a spy dream? Or they suggest that to him, like you're undercover and you go to Mars or some shit, right? And then it cuts. I always remember this. They just cut. They're like, "There's something going on here, sir," and they run in there, and already he's like fighting them. He's like, "What do you do?" You know, like he's being extremely violent, and he gets out of there, and he's like, "I think I am a spy or something like that." So odd, but he's being chased by Michael Ironside, and even his wife Sharon Stone is sus, but she's extremely hot when she's working out. It's great. Oh man. Eventually go to Mars, get your ass to Mars.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my
Hang out with
gosh.
Quado. Is that his name?
Yeah. Oh, he's like a growth that comes out of that guy's
Yeah.
belly. He's like, remember. It was fucked up. Oh, the remember the Bobby cams or the Johnny cabs? Remember, it's like a
Oh
robotic,
yeah.
like hello, like that. I I always thought that was cool. Like if we were, we're supposed to have self-driving cars now, but it's not a self-driving car without a Johnny robot, you know.
That's a really good point. And every time like I'll travel to a city and like I'll open up my Lyft app or whatever and it'll say like, you might have a self-driving car come pick you up. Is that okay? And I'm like, yes, yes, yes. And it never happes.
Oh
It's fun as
man.
that. But there's always a stupid human driver in the car whenever
Oh
they show up.
man. I can't wait to experience that. I'm interested. I'm sure I'll be so nervous in it, but I want to try that out. That's so cool.
Well, you
Um,
just sneeze yourself into invisibility for a second.
oh really? Oh my gosh. Free boobed chick. Remember her on
Classic.
Mars? Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, that was so good. And then that one dude is like, "You make me wish I had three hands," because that's that dude. I really liked him, but then he ends up betraying him. But he's like, "Dude, I got like kids to feed and stuff." And he's like a mutant. He takes off his fake hand, and there's a shitload of mutants here. Hence the three boob chick.
Hmm.
Oh, real quick. This was a fake news article or something like that, but it was like the new hip thing in, I don't know if it was LA or London or something like that, but it showed a girl with three tits. Like this is a new implant people are doing. And I'm like, yes, I've never been happier. I was like, holy
Finally.
shit. What I said at that moment was like, first yoga pants, now this. What a time to be alive. And I was like, I don't know how long I thought that article was real until I had to look it up. But yeah, for however long that was, I was like, God damn, this is crazy. This is amazing.
Do you wish you could total recall yourself into still believing that?
I don't know. It's faulty, right? Like, so what is the truth? Is it a dream? What do you think, John?
Um, no, I don't think it's a dream. I think it's a setup.
Oh, all right.
Um, what do you think?
Uh, I w- I wanted it to be real just because, they do go on Mars, but then that oxygen making machine happens and they could finally breathe. But then it's like, but that was my kid brain. The older I get, I'm like, was that was that a fantasy? Like, I don't know. I'm totally on the fence. I'm really not sure at all.
Yeah, because I think it's like meant to be ambiguous, right? Like I don't think there is like an official answer, is there?
Oh, I don't know. And I almost don't want to know. I do enjoy that movie a lot. Speaking of Mars, one of the iconic things is when they're running out of oxygen and they're like yelling and screaming, like Arnold, his eyes are like bulging out
Oh
of his head.
yeah.
It is so graphic and freaky, and like they sell masks like that every Halloween now. There's always a
Okay.
mask with eyes bulging out and yelling and screaming. Oh, it's so crazy. I'm really
Um,
surprised that Arnold allowed that to be done to him because I feel like he would be so egocentric and vain, but it's awesome that he did that.
yeah, it's weird with him. Like, there's definitely stuff where he's like totally okay being the butt of the joke or whatever, and other stuff that he seems to shut down. And I'm not really I never understand like kind of the rhyme or reason why.
Do you remember him when he takes out that probe out of his nose? Remember
Oh
that?
yeah.
Oh, that freaked me out.
Yeah, that's freaky.
Ah,
In the movie, is it Hot Shots Part Two, I think? There's a part where they're just like it's like the main gunfight of the movie, and then it just says like in text like more kills than, and then it starts like listing different movies and stuff, and like yeah, at one point like death count higher than Total Recall or something like that.
I remember I really wanted his hologram. Remember that? Where like he would use a hologram and like they were shooting his hologram and then he starts laughing. It's like, do you think this is the real Quaid and shit like that? But I'm like, how does a hologram look like it's getting shot? I don't know. I was confused, but I did want that as a toy. I'm like, fuck yeah, if you could pretend you're like 13 feet away from where you actually are, that could be fun. You could have some hijinks.
hmm
Oh
Could
man.
use we could all use more hijinks in our life.
Yeah. Very violent. What's the director's name? I can never remember it.
Paul Verhoeven.
That guy made RoboCop, Starship
hmm
Troopers. Like he makes such awesome movies, but like lots of gore, you know, lots of carnage and stuff, and Arnold just kills the fuck out of these people. I remember Michael Ironside's death. Remember where he's like hanging on
Yeah.
and like all that's left is his arms or something like that. Holy shit. Uh, Dave. No? Oh God. All right. Well, Dave's here, but is he really?
Or is he? Or are
No.
we
I hear
dreaming
Oh.
nothing.
Oh
that
my
If you
he's
can hear
God.
here?
me, I hear nothing.
Oh, now we could hear you.
And so can
Oh.
the listeners.
Oh. So if you wanna, oh, he can't hear us though. Shit. Um.
Oh, you could hear me? Okay, I can hear
Uh, all right. Yeah. Okay. So Dave, you're we're talking about Total Recall. You have any thoughts?
you. No thoughts. I've never seen it, but I've always wanted to see it. But
Wow.
yeah.
You
Holy
should
sh
do it.
Is
Yeah.
that the one with Dolph Lundgren or is that Universal Soldier?
That's Universal Soldier. No, this is
Which
Arnold
one is Total
Schwarzenegger.
Recall? Oh, wait,
Arnold.
have I seen this?
Sharon Stone's in it.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
perhaps.
think I might have seen this.
Oh my gosh, the recall has to be total.
Three boob chick.
Yes. Okay, yes, I have seen this. This movie's great. Oh my gosh. I didn't discover this movie until I think it was like I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago, but I really enjoy this movie. It's it's entertaining and it's just the right amount of like comedy and campiness and weirdness. It was a lot of fun. It was just a really good like campy action movie from the late 90s.
Oh yeah. Oh, don't watch the remake with Farrell. It's
I
so
didn't even know there was a
bland.
remake.
Oh my gosh. Or maybe you watched it and I forgot.
Oh,
Oh, it's so bad though. It's like, what's her name? Kate Beckinsale's in it, but you know me and Kate.
Yeah, nothing there.
Yeah, there's just nothing there. Yeah, I don't know. Don't watch it. But hey, guess what? Anything else for Total Recall? Nothing?
Not that I can totally recall.
God damn it. So Dave, we had an idea of introducing a new segment as soon as you show up called the Lauer Lightning Round, where
Oh gosh.
you
Oh, this is gonna strike out.
strike twice, perhaps. Okay, so what was that first film we
Oh
talked about,
yeah.
John?
Yeah, Dave, what do you think of the film Jean Dielman?
Are those English words you just said?
Technically no.
I don't know what you're saying.
All
All right.
right. Moving on.
Yeah. Um, Dave, how do you feel about Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory?
I love Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite old-timey movies. Like when I was younger, I always loved The Wizard of Oz, and that was like my favorite old movie. But then once I discovered Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, to me that was like a better version of it because it's like a
Uh,
weird fantasy land with these like weird characters, but it was just so much better because I don't because of Gene Wilder. Like Gene Wilder is just incredible. He's so freaking funny. And then you have like the Oompa Loompas and you have like the songs and like I love I don't well, love is a strong word, but I really like musicals and they have some great songs in it. Yeah, and just all everything about Willy Wonka is really awesome. I love the original. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, I don't like it quite as much. But then the new Wonka movie with Timothy Chalamet, I really liked, and I thought it was good.
oh.
Oh, nice.
What about Charlie in the Chocolate Factory?
I didn't really care for Johnny Depp's version. I don't know. But I don't even know that it's Johnny Depp's fault. Maybe it's Tim Burton's fault. I don't know. That I watched that movie so many times and just it never clicked for me.
Wow. All right. Well, that was the end of the lightning round.
Did I win? Did I win?
Yeah. Uh,
You
that
know
was
who
it, right?
won? Our listeners,
Yeah.
Dave. Because
Our listeners lost. Oh, sorry, everyone. Sorry to let you down.
Um, so yeah, that's the show. Like, subscribe, comment if you're on YouTube. Go to mymovierecollection.com and tell your friends. Uh, I was Vincent Cloud.
I'm with John Nemitz.
And I'm David Lauer. And next time you're in the supermarket and you hear that beep, 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 just remember you could win on Supermarket Sweep.